I'm Chris, you're watching Fragmental. In this video I'm talking about a new release from the luxury niche brand Fragrance du Bois. It's called Cannabis Intense. Stay tuned. One thing's for certain, whenever I read things about Fragrance du Bois or I hear people talking about the brand, they will always mention the quality. This brand has become known for its high quality blends, high quality materials. They actually use sustainable oud, which is one thing I think is great and one thing I love about this brand. I met them in Milan, lovely folks, very passionate about what they're doing. They very kindly provided the bottle for today's video. Let's start off by taking a look at that bottle and the notes. There's cardamom, pink pepper, orange, cannabis, saffron, nutmeg, trapped oud oil, woody notes, cedarwood and musk. Intense is a good name for this fragrance because you get this intense green accord in the opening, and that's also present throughout the life of this fragrance. So it is the overall accord that you get whilst you're wearing this. It's not green as in green shoots or green grass or green leaves, not that type of green fragrance. This is smokier, it's bitter, and it's like a dry greenness, I would describe it as. I'm not the biggest fan of green accords in fragrances. I don't mind them, I can wear them. It's just not an accord that I naturally gravitate towards. It's not one of my favorite accords, but I enjoy this one because it's not that traditional green type accord. As you might have guessed, the main accord in this fragrance is cannabis. That's what's giving us this dry, smoky, bitter green accord. It doesn't smell like smoked cannabis. Think of it as a more smoothed out and toned down version of that smell. It doesn't smell like weed. The spices are blending beautifully with the cannabis and really helping to balance things out. And then we also get a really nice little hint of fruity sweetness provided by the orange, which just smooths out those edges a little bit more. So the spices combined with this sharp green accord from the cannabis makes this one, in my opinion, quite a statement making scent. Further rounding out these sharp edges is the very smooth, very high quality, sustainably sourced trapped oud oil. The oud in here is used in a similar way to something like Oud Wood. It's not a strong, skanky, barnyardy type of oud at all. It just seems to add a smoothness and a quality to the composition. So it's just there a little bit, but if you're not a fan of oud type fragrances, I don't think you need to worry about this. If you get on with something like Oud Wood, you will absolutely appreciate the oud that's being used in here. Woods and musk provide warmth in the base, and as the fragrance dries down, we lose that sharp, dry, smoky, bitter green accord of the cannabis a little bit. It fades into the background, although it is still there, and it becomes this smooth, spicy, high quality, elegant, refined scent. It does dry down to a skin scent quite quickly, so it is one of those fragrances that people will have to come a little closer to you to be able to smell after the first couple of hours of the initial projection. But all the elements of this fragrance are finely calibrated, which results in a perfectly blended composition, which is what we have come to expect from Fragrance du Bois. Just to try and give you the best idea that I can of how this fragrance smells, take Tom Ford's Oud Wood, with which it shares notes of cardamom, pepper and oud. Take away some of the sweetness because this doesn't have the tonka bean and vanilla. Add a bit of punchiness, a bit of smokiness, and you've got something close to how this one smells. Overall, it's a superbly crafted fragrance. I think this would suit people who want refinement and attitude combined. I would describe Cannabis Intense as an elegant statement maker. to the Fragment, and I'm going to make a few comparisons to Oud Wood here, not in terms of how it smells, but just in terms of how it behaves, because I think that if you're familiar with that fragrance, then you will have a good idea of when you would wear this fragrance and how it performs really. It is in the same kind of category, but it doesn't smell like it's inspired by Oud Wood. So the performance of this, let's start with that. You're going to get about 2 hours of initial projection. I don't think it's a wide field of projection. It is difficult to be accurate on that. I think it is just giving off a minimal projection, so it has that elegance. It's not going to fill a room when you walk in. People will have to get relatively close to you, but within a meter or so, I think people are going to be smelling this fragrance on you. And then it lasts as a skin scent for around 6 to 7 hours. So similar performance to Oud Wood. Again, similar in terms of occasions when you would wear this. You could wear this for any occasion. It's absolutely one of those fragrances that could be a year-round signature scent. Amazing versatility. Absolutely a unisex fragrance. I don't think this leans feminine or masculine. I think males and females can rock this equally. In terms of the cost, you're going to be paying £249 for this 100ml bottle. Obviously, we are into luxury niche prices there. But when it comes to luxury niche, £250 for 100ml of a parfum quality fragrance, it's not actually that pricey. Of course, it's pricier than a lot of designer fragrances, but in the realm of luxury niche, I've seen fragrances way more expensive than this one, so it's all relative really. I will leave the link to Fragrance du Bois' website in the description. Okay, so there are my thoughts on this fragrance. I hope it's been useful if you're considering this or you were just curious as to how it smells. Obviously, it's more difficult to get into stores at the moment to be able to get your nose on these types of fragrances, so I hope I've been able to give you a bit of an idea of how this one smells. I really enjoy it. Let me know if you've tried it. Let me know if you enjoy this one as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. It is always appreciated. Remember, keep tuning into FM, keep smelling good, and I'll see you in the next video.